The Polymarket ceasefire controversy, how market rules and manipulation collide. Background. Imagine putting your money behind what you believe will happen in the world. That's the promise of prediction markets, where traders bet on future events, from elections to wars to peace agreements. But what happens when the platform itself becomes a source of misinformation? In late 2024, thousands of traders placed their bets on a seemingly straightforward question. Would Israel and Hezbollah agree to a ceasefire by year's end? The stakes were high, over $6 million in trading volume. The rules were clear, yet what unfolded would expose deep flaws in how these markets operate. The first signs of trouble. On November 27th, news broke of a ceasefire agreement between Israel and Lebanon. Headlines flashed across major outlets, CNN, BBC, etc. Polymarket's CEO Shane Copland rushed to Twitter, declaring victory. Polymarket called the ceasefire news days before the media. To be an informed citizen of the world, you can no longer afford to ignore Polymarket. There was just one problem. The actual agreement, when examined, revealed a very different story. The rules versus reality. The market rules were explicit. To count toward the resolution of this market, an armistice, ceasefire, and/or negotiated settlement must be indicative of at least a temporary pause in the Israel-Hezbollah military conflict, must pertain to all theaters of military conflict between the two countries, and be declared through official channels by both parties. As one trader put it, the fact that you are now trying to equate Lebanon with Hezbollah shows how far you've strayed from the rules. I made my bet knowing Hezbollah does not equal Lebanon. I understand terrorists' mindset. They will never publicly agree to a ceasefire and shake hands with Israel. The agreement's true nature. The official document, obtained and published by LBC, tells a damning story. Rather than a ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah, it outlines an agreement between Israel and Lebanon, with Hezbollah mentioned only as a group to be controlled. The key passage states Lebanon will prevent Hezbollah and all other armed groups in the territory of Lebanon from carrying out operations against Israel. Even more crucially, the agreement fails to address ongoing conflicts in Syria, another theater where Israel and Hezbollah clash. As one UMA voter noted, the rules say the ceasefire should address all theaters of military conflict, and the current ceasefire concerns only Israeli and Lebanese territory. Israel and Hezbollah will continue to fight in the Syrian theater. The market manipulation. Despite these glaring issues, Polymarket took extraordinary steps to influence the market's outcome. They placed a banner declaring, "A broad and credible media consensus confirms a ceasefire," language that would become the first thing users see when Googling the market. One trader's warning proved prophetic. If Polymarket and was interested in sticking around for the long term, I would do everything humanly possible to introduce some consistency in how these things are resolved vis-a-vis facts. The broader the interpretations get and the further away the context from these market titles, the more likely it becomes that regulators will smash the ban hammer on your heads. The legal framework. This is where Copland's actions move from questionable to potentially criminal. The SEC's case against Sam Bankman-Fried established that platform operators can be held personally liable for market manipulation. Section 10B of the Securities Exchange Act prohibits any manipulative or deceptive device in connection with securities trading. By promoting false claims about the platform's predictive powers and attempting to resolve the market prematurely, Polymarket's actions bear striking similarities to the practices that led to criminal charges against crypto exchange operators. The UMA oracles stand in a remarkable show of resilience. UMA's decentralized oracle system pushed back. Voters classified the market as P4, too early, with one voter explaining, "The primary resolution sources cannot be dismissed only hours after one side announces a ceasefire. Likelihood is not proof to a resolution." This stance was vindicated when a senior Hezbollah official stated bluntly, "Israel begged for a ceasefire, and any agreement between it and the Americans does not concern us." Precedent and pattern. This isn't the first time Polymarket's interpretation of rules has come under scrutiny. In the Joe Rogan market, they resolved no because while Rogan endorsed Trump, he never explicitly stated he would vote for him. As one trader observed, "That's when I learned how important it was to pay attention to the actual details of the rules. Now with this market, I'm learning that no market can be relied upon because there is no consistency of outcome either way." The stakes. This controversy transcends a single market's outcome. It raises fundamental questions about the integrity of prediction markets and the accountability of their operators. With yes shares trading at nearly 100% despite clear rule violations, the market exhibits classic signs of manipulation. The implications. For traders, regulators, and the future of prediction markets, the message is clear. When platforms ignore their own rules and manipulate outcomes through misleading statements, they risk more than their credibility, they risk criminal liability. As these markets mature and attract more scrutiny, the line between marketing and manipulation becomes increasingly critical. The SEC's expanded oversight of crypto platforms suggests prediction markets may be next. Closing. The question isn't just whether this market will resolve to no, but whether decentralized prediction markets can maintain their integrity in the face of centralized pressure. For now, UMA's Oracle stands as a bulwark against manipulation, demonstrating that even in a world of centralized power plays, decentralized truth-finding mechanisms can prevail. The market's final resolution remains uncertain. But one thing is clear: the days of unaccountable platform operators may be numbered.